what just came to mind. Shout out to everybody, all my new subscribers, and also people that just kind of tune in to a lot of things that are shared here. I always love helping people. I always love personal development, personal growth, and getting an understanding of life and how everything is connected and how we can create things that we want and just really understanding what's happening. And today we're getting an understanding. Notice the title of this video. First of all, you are amazing. Don't let your limiting beliefs stop you. Don't let other people's consciousness and beliefs about you stop you. You have the ability to do anything. You really do. Anything that you desire, you wouldn't desire something or want that thing unless you have the ability to achieve it. And this is for people that are, they're serious, right? You can desire $1 million, but if you don't believe it, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So belief, you have to believe it. So I just wanted to share that off the top of my head, and I mean it. So this particular I'm inviting you to my studies, and I'm going to share a couple things. And this can stop all your future success if you let it. And today, let this kind of be an understanding for a lot of you here that catch this live or catch the replay. So, what I'm talking about here, let me start off with this beautiful quote. Fear and growth go hand in hand. When you courageously face the thing you fear, you automatically experience the growth you have been seeking. So, how many times in your life have you faced some fears? Things that you were just freaking out about. You just really didn't want to do it. Um, wow, these mosquitoes really got to me. Something that just you're scared to do. I remember, I sung in choirs and I majored in vocal performance. And I had to sing like my first recitals in front of classmates and stuff like that. And I remember how scared I was. I like focused on one chair and just sung to that chair. And I couldn't even move. It was so frightening to do that. So remember, fear and growth go hand in hand. You have to take action through the fear. A lot of people let fear win every time. Every time people let fear win. What's up, everybody? Doing great. Hey, Mr. Commando. Thanks for joining me. So, man, I'm blessed. I am blessed and happy and grateful. I'm living my life by design. So hopefully you're well as well. So, but yeah, it says, listen to this. Go back to history, study the biographies and autobiographies of every individual who has accomplished anything of any consequence, and you will find that although they may have disagreed on many points of life, without exception, they were in complete and unanimous agreement. Listen to this on one point, that we become what we think about. So this is massive, right? So that just shows how powerful your thoughts are. They're not just things happening to you, right? These are ways that you can not only change how you feel, because when you think good thoughts, I'm thinking about, I'm actually looking at myself and seeing this home I manifested, it's just beautiful. And I have a beautiful daughter over there, just playing around on her tablet. And like, it's amazing. I thought about these things, right? And they came to fruition. So, and they're not just things, these are, this is my life, right? And you have this ability as well. So he says, you see, it is the ideas in your mind that cause our behavior to be as it is. Ideas are nothing but thoughts or a collection of thoughts brought together. Thought is energy, it is the most potent form of energy. So, your thoughts is power, it shapes your every day. And it's interesting, it's doing it um, automatically. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate y'all. So it's doing this automatically, right? You're thinking so many different thoughts every day, and you're actually shaping your reality with this. And everything else is an effect, right? So I like this. Energy is forever flowing to and through people. So you're always, thoughts is energy, right? You're always receiving this energy. And what's interesting is just pure power. It's just pure energy, but we shape it with our thoughts. Like before I went live, I was like, I don't know if they want to hear this, or I don't know if I'm going to share this today. So here I am thinking a negative thought, and here it is, I'm bringing value, right? And I'm seeing a great response. So the outside is a reflection of the inside. So if it's doubt and worry, these are psychological diseases you're putting in your mind. Really, that's a powerful one. Doubt and worry are psychological diseases. So it's a psycho disease you're creating. And when you understand fear, this allows you to basically, I wouldn't say eliminate doubt and fear, but understand it and utilize it. So as this energy flows into our consciousness and we think, we form thoughts from that energy, right? So we're forming thoughts from our energy, from that energy. So as we internalize those thoughts, we alter the vibration that our mind body is in. So really think about that. So, like I just wished a couple people happy birthday today, right? So think about your birthday. Let's pretend today is your birthday. You're going to be super excited or happy that you're going to see family, or maybe go out somewhere, have some drinks, or, see loved ones and friends, right? So it's your birthday. Everybody's excited about that, right? So basically, when you think of these positive things, it shifts your molecular vibration. And that's what it's talking about, mind body. Let's see. Yeah, no worries, Mary Lee. What kind of live is this? No, you're not rude. Thanks for asking. Um, this is just basically talking about fear and how you can utilize it and breaking through fear to growth. Basically achieving milestones by growing through fear. And I was on the topic of talking about how our thoughts are power and how your thoughts shape your reality. That word is tricky. Your physical world, we'll say that, right? Hey, thank you, I appreciate that, Caitlin. Thank you so much, appreciate that. Can I'm trying to say hi. Oh, you said hi. Sorry. Thank you. I'm not too familiar with YouTube live when on the mobile device. So to continue here, so hopefully that helps explain, Mary Lee. It's just a live to help you out to understand, what fear really is, really, and how you can use it as a guide, actually. And most don't, because they run back to their comfort zone, and we've been conditioned to do that, you know. So, where are we? So listen to this. Your body, your physical body, is a mass of energy and a high speed of vibration. I always love that because it helps you kind of see who you really are. I am not just this body. Like, it's moving very fast at a certain frequency, right? And as I talk about this, my vibration goes higher. So I appear to be solid with the naked eye. But if you take a microscope and even just look at my hand with a microscope, you'll see these little things moving around, all these molecules, right? And then you can go even deeper and see deeper within. And this is every walking human being. Every walking human being. It's amazing. So that's what they're talking about here. Your body's a massive energy and a high speed of vibration. You ever seen, this is a good example. You ever seen like a wheel move really fast, and the spokes are moving so fast that the the wheel appears to be solid, like when a car drives by or a motorcycle, but when it stops at a stoplight, you see that it has spokes and there's spaces in between them. So that is kind of a great example of who you are. Your body's not solid, right? It appears to be, but it's in constant movement, and your thoughts shape that movement and that vibration. So I know I'm getting kind of deep, but I definitely want you to understand who you are. And now we're going to tie in how fear connects with that. So, hey, what's going on, my my Asia majors? What's going on? Thanks for joining. So I appreciate everybody here live. So take some notes, write this down or whatever, right? So listen to this. Emotional involvement with positive thoughts, of course, produce the opposite result. So you want to get emotionally involved with positive thoughts as much as possible. The clear track successful people attempt to stay on. So successful people created the habit to basically keep focus of their thoughts. They're managing their thoughts, right? So add a Q&A sticker. Oh, I missed it. I don't know why it's still. YouTube has some features, man. So really think about that, right? The clear track successful people attempt to stay on. So are you monitoring your thoughts? Are you aware of your thoughts? That's a big question, right? So when ideas are impressed upon the subconscious mind repeated repetitively, they become fixed in the subconscious mind. A fixed idea is more commonly referred to as a habit. So if you have a habit of thinking a certain way, um, a habit of doing certain things over and over, these are basically, look at that. It was 11:11. I saw that. The angels are with us always. So so if you have a habit of doing something, I don't know. A simple habit is using your right hand to brush your teeth, or using your left hand to brush your teeth, or using your right hand to eat cereal, like with the spoon or whatever, right? Some people have a habit of interrupting. Some people have a habit of taking a lot of notes, but not digesting material. So these are habits and these are ideas fixed in your subconscious mind, and they're also known as paradigms. This is how your self image is formed. It's your belief system. So you believe yourself to be this version of you, which is separate from where you want to go and what you want to succeed in. So it's very interesting when you think about this. That's kind of like the science part of it. So listen to this. All of the ideas that are fixed in the subconscious mind control the vibration the person is in and causes the person to feel the way they do. This is basically what I was just saying, right? So really think about this. If you're in a, how do you feel right now? Feel free. I see a couple people live going in and out. Put that, comment that. How are you feeling? I wasn't feeling very well before I got here on live. I'll be honest. I didn't sleep well last night, and I was doing a lot of yard work this morning. So I woke up early, and I've been in the sun too. So I was kind of fatigued, but I'm feeling better now being on camera and getting a little bit of rest. So listen to that. All the ideas that are fixed in your subconscious mind. So it's what you're thinking repetitively over time. You're putting these thoughts subconscious. Your subconscious is your emotional self. How are you feeling? Right? I'm feeling blessed. I'm so grateful. So that causes you to feel a certain way. And I noticed some of y'all didn't comment how you feel, but it's okay. So conditioning is both genetic and environmental. So how do you look? Like I have like my my the nose of my grandparents and my mom. A lot of people say I look like a mixture of my parents. Like you look at your parents and your grandparents and your great grandparents. That's genetic conditioning. You know what's interesting about genetic? Paradigms are passed down through generations. So you have these beliefs that are passed down through generations. This is why sometimes it's difficult for certain people to break through these fears because they're generational fears or limiting beliefs passed down to their children and their children's children and their children's children, and never breaking the link of this genetic conditioning. This is why a lot of people stay stuck, right? So, and then environmental, like I know different. I've been around the world, different countries, and every country has like their own culture. I've been a lot of different places in the US, different cities, different states. There's certain slang here and different types of clothes here and just different things you don't do here and you do there. So that's environmental, right? When you're growing up as a kid, you saw certain things and it's put into your subconscious. It's your belief system. And it also shapes your self image, and you can never outperform the self image you believe to be. These are massive concepts to understand. So, for a person to change, this is important for a person to change their results. So let's say you want to make some more money. Let's say you want a better job or a bigger house, a nice car. You want to make, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, $70,000 a month, $100,000 a month. It does not matter, right? For a person to change their results, they must change their paradigm. And this requires strong conscious control over their thinking. So, a paradigm is a multitude of habits fixed in your subconscious mind. So, you have these, and a habit is an idea. So, you have an idea that's embedded deep within your psyche, and you don't know it's there because consciously you do it without any conscious effort. Kind of like when you learn how to drive a car for the first time, and then you've been driving a car for a bunch of years, you don't have to think about driving that car because your body just reacts. It just does it without consciously thinking of what to do. So, really think about that. The only way to change your results is to change your concept of yourself and these ideas that you have. It's the only way. And I thought working harder, I worked my behind off. I worked to burnout multiple times. I would wake up, grind, 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 go to sleep, grind, wake up, do it again. And barely slept, barely ate. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to stop to use the bathroom. I was a different type of guy. But you can create without hustle. We've been given talents and abilities that you can develop. And I tell you, I prayed for this to understand this for so long. I'm over 40, and I started really understanding myself. So, so listen to this. He says, the truth is, it is not better to be safe than sorry. Oh, now we're going to step on some toes. The truth is, it's not safe to be sorry. That's a myth that has been perpetuated by parents and guardians for centuries. It's time we change that. So, there's so many people will not like this statement because it's better to be safe than sorry. That's been so ingrained into the majority of people that we stop and don't take any risk. Some of the most successful people you admire have taken multiple risks, and actually they lean on faith rather than fear. Most people that face fear, they go right back to their comfort zone. It's called bondage. So, listen to this. He says, do not permit old conditioning to prevent you from performing new acts in an efficient and effective manner. So, old conditioning is your old self. So, think about all the years. Even, what's interesting? Look at the years of salaries that you had. Have your salary been increasing maybe 3% or 10%, 20%, or maybe 100%? Right? It'll show you your belief about money and your ideas about money and what you think you're worth, right? What you're worthy of. This is connected to your self image and your identity. So it says, do not permit old conditioning. You know people that just stay in the same place their whole lives. They won't leave the city, they won't leave the state, they won't even leave their house. They just leave their house to go to work and come back. Some don't do that, right? So, old conditioning to prevent you from performing new acts. So, the conditioning wants to keep you where you are. It doesn't want you to do something new. Why is that? Right? So, this is why you're the only problem and the only solution forever. There's nothing outside of you that will give you the success. It starts from within. So, do not permit old conditions to prevent you from performing new acts in an efficient and effective manner or from enjoying that which is your birthright. Listen to that. Your birthright. So, this is what I was saying. Um, the reason why you want more in your life, why you desire more in your life, is because spirit wants to experience itself to and through you, or energy, or the universe, or God, or whatever religious background, right? This is why you desire things, because you want to grow. not just to get things. The getting is actually, it's a byproduct. It's the fun part of it. But you want to become, right? You want to be this version of you. This is why mentoring and coaching is so important. Doing this by yourself is very, very difficult. It's challenging. And most fail because they don't have accountability or application. Let me see if I can figure this out. Add a Q&A sticker. Let's try it. Talk to your pets. What? I don't know what this is. This is interesting. Uh, Let me see if I can type something. What is your biggest fear? Let's put that. What is your biggest fear? Okay, done. Put that up there. Start. There we go. I never done that before. So we'll see what that does. Can I move this? Oh, that is cool. So I wanted to show this to you, and I want to share this last part before I leave. It says, "Do not permit old conditioning to prevent you from performing new acts in an efficient, effective manner, or from enjoying that which is your birthright." So look at this here. These are the levels of um, fear. So here you got bondage, here you have reason, and here you have conflict. And this is called the terror barrier. Basically, a big wall of fear, and that's free. So bondage, this is where a lot of people stay. You know, you either step forward into growth or will step back into safety. So fear would, it either keeps you stuck or it'll make you move. It's very interesting, right? Most people stay stuck because it's comfortable for them. They're used to it. So these are different stages. And I think that's enough for now. I shared a lot on this live. I went a lot longer than I wanted to, than I expected. See, 2222. Look, I told y'all, man, angels are always with us. So if you have any questions about what I shared, or if I, you really want to grow, you want to improve some area in your life, you want to make a higher income with your business or start a business, or you have some ideas that you dream about and you don't know where to start now. And I want to help you achieve whatever it is that you desire. And you have to take action on your goals, and especially if you've been thinking about it for years. Wishing and hoping, it doesn't do anything. It creates frustration. And why not take a step towards it? And this is what I'm talking about. You know, reason is when you think about it, and conflict is when you're about to make that decision to step forward into it, rather than going back to where you are comfortable and not doing anything, right? There's different stages of fear. And that's what I just showed you on this paper here. And that rhymed. So anyway, certified coach Jamel here. Much love, many blessings, and much success to everyone here. And thank you for joining me. Appreciate all the likes and the subs. And, this is monumental material, life transformational. And of course, always reach out to me if I can help. Drop a question or whatever in the comments. Or if you're ready, just schedule a complimentary call to see if I can help you with this mentorship. All right. Blessings.